boys, y'all. We're here with the GOT NXT Sports Podcast. It's me, your boy, MK, Miles. I'm 19. Got my old head Mike with me. He's 40. He don't know nothing about nothing. And to start things off, for all you old heads out there, we done with the 90s. LeBron is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. People like him, they don't know what they're talking about. Kobe and LeBron on top.
Okay, let's start this off, man. Anybody born before the 90s, y'all can understand me. We're going to start this off by saying, fuck LeBron James. That's how we going to do this shit. We tired of all the flopping. We tired of all the crying. We tired of all the switching teams. The black mask in Miami. We tired of this.
He can't get injured?
He gets injured every March. He sits out for 30 days before the playoffs for the last 4 years.
40.
See, this is what we're going to get into, guys. If he scores 30 points, they're in a hurrah. He's 40 years old. If he goes out there and drops a dud, he's 40 years old.
Average 24 and 8, right?
So what? I'm talking about the games that he had 8 points, 10 points, 12 points.
8. That's how I know he's lying. 8 points. He hasn't scored single digits since 2007.
Not since 2007.
Oh.
All right, 10 points.
He scores double digits every game.
Let me introduce y'all to Miles here, guys, man. He's what, 2000?
2005.
Oh, my God. He was born 2000. He had a 3-point what GPA?
3.9. I know my stuff.
3.9. All right. So 3.9 GPA. Now, when he puts those glasses on, y'all, when he turns into Stephon, listen, he's a statistician, right? And that's what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of these numbers. I don't want to hear nothing about these stats, this analytical crap. We're going to eyeball talent, all right? No, it's not do both.
So numbers don't matter.
Numbers lie.
How so?
If a guy has 30 points in a game, that's a great game, right? For a superstar.
Most of the time.
That's a great game.
Most of the time.
Now, if a guy has 30 points in a game, right? And the last 3 minutes of the game, he has no points. Are you still going to say he had a good game?
Yeah, for sure. He might not have had the best closing performance. He might not have had the best clutch performance.
But we're not talking about subpar players. We're talking about LeBron James. Okay. Did LeBron James have a good game if he had 30 and the last 3 minutes of the game he has 0 buckets?
Yes, he had a good game. Same thing for Michael Jordan, same thing for anybody. If you have 30 in a game, you had a good game. Don't
speak of Michael Jordan and not scoring in the last 3 minutes of the game ever
again. MJ is
again.
clutch, but LeBron is too.
No, MJ is the GOAT.
He's clutch. He's the best scorer of all time.
MJ is the GOAT for that reason.
Because he scores the most?
No, because he's a dog. LeBron James is not a dog.
Not a dog, but he's an all-time leading scorer, though.
That's because of years.
27 a night, that's pretty good if you ask me.
All right, look at his average. If you break down if you break down the years to his average, is he still a GOAT?
I think that Jordan's peak in the 90s.
He played 5-6 more years than everybody. He just catching up.
That's not. He's number one. It's not like he's just passing 12.
But how many more years did he play than everybody that he's passing?
It depends on who you're comparing him to. Kobe passed Jordan too. Kobe played more years than Jordan, but he passed Kobe. It depends on who you're talking about. Kareem played 20 years. Kobe played 20 years. Jordan played 15. What are you talking about?
Stephon. We're talking about eyeballing work here, okay?
Okay, if we're talking about eyeball, LeBron in 2009 is the best athlete I've ever seen.
2009? Mm-hmm. On what team?
Cleveland.
It's hard because he's been on so many teams. You got to tell me.
Yeah, he wins Finals MVPs. Only won it on 3 different franchises, in case you guys didn't know. There's one player in NBA history to have a Finals MVP on 3 different franchises. His name is LeBron Raymond James.
So we giving out the participation points again.
That's participating?
Not how many times he won. How many times he been to the finals.
That's not what I said. I said he won Finals MVP on 3 different teams. That's not participating. That's winning. He won Finals MVP, 12-13 Miami, 16 Cleveland, 20 LA. Those are 4 championships.
I don't count those, though.
You don't count them?
I don't count Miami, though. That was Wade's team.
No, it wasn't.
Wade won the chip before LeBron got there.
Okay, that's like the equivalent of saying that Draymond Green or Kyle Lowry, perfect example, was Toronto Kyle Lowry's team or Kawhi Leonard's team?
There's a difference.
How so?
Because Kyle Lowry wasn't the type of player Kawhi was.
Yeah, and D-Wade wasn't the type of player LeBron was.
Yes, he don't do that.
He's a Hall of Famer. He ain't LeBron James.
Come on, brother.
He ain't LeBron James.
Come on, brother.
He's
What?
LeBron James.
Yo, at one point, man.
He's the truth. He's a Hall of Famer.
Brother,
Top 3 shooting guard.
Don't say the truth. That's Paul Pierce. Don't disrespect
That's
Paul
not
Pierce.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying a nickname. He's the Flash. I know that.
The Flash. Say the Flash.
The Flash.
Listen.
He ain't the king.
Listen, let me tell y'all,
He might
man.
be the Flash, but he
Hold
ain't
on,
the
let me
king.
tell y'all something, man. We have another. I'm surrounded by young guys, man. We got another young guy here. We got Bryce in here, man. So shout Bryce out, man. So when I keep looking over there, I'm looking at Bryce, right? Because he's in here piggybacking his bull crap. Every time he says something, he's nodding his head. No, he's nodding his head every time you make a point. No, you.
I mean, I'm a LeBron fan, so I ain't gonna lie.
I'm spitting facts.
Listen, man. LeBron James, a great player. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest in the history to do it. D Wade is flash. He was the baddest man in the NBA. What you mean 06? It's more than 06.
No, I'm saying that's when he won a chip 35 a game in the finals. That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the best performance next to Michael Jordan.
I'm saying that was a hell of
I
a
watched
series.
that. I remember hearing
I did
that.
my history on it.
The last 3 minutes of that game, it was Wade time. It wasn't, hold on. It wasn't Mario Chalmers in the corner. It wasn't no Chris Bosh saving his life. It wasn't no Ray Allen. It wasn't none of that. It was Dwayne Wade. Because hold on. I remember your man LeBron. I remember Cook, because your man LeBron was sitting on the bench crying against the Spurs. He was tears, boo-hooing, coming down his face. A grown man, like when he was stomping on the court the other day when they didn't challenge that type of bullshit. Shit that I'm talking about.
I got a question for you.
I ain't finished, but go ahead.
All right, so you're saying that was Wade, blah, 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 06. He closed that shit. He did. 2013, right? When LeBron had those 14 fourth quarter points and Ray Allen hit the three. We disagree on which one's more valuable. Cool. Where was D Wade?
What you mean, where was D Wade? D Wade was beat up by then,
I
man.
thought it was his team.
Before that, it was.
Yeah, but when LeBron was there, whose team was it?
D Wade had two bad
When
knees,
LeBron
though.
was there, whose team was it?
At the beginning,
When LeBron was there, when they won 2 championships, whose team was that?
I don't know.
Now you don't know. Now you don't know.
I don't-
Now you don't know. 5 minutes ago it was D Wade's team. Now you don't know. Ask the question. You don't know.
Listen, I'm saying that because the first year I think they didn't win because they didn't know how to close. It was like, and I heard D Wade say it. D Wade said, he said he had to take the back seat
Because it was whose team? If he's in the backseat, who's in the driver's seat?
No, he gave. Listen,
Yeah, he gave it to him. The
look.
keys to the team.
Let me look. D Wade in Miami is that dude, man. So
Greatest Heat player ever.
okay, so you can't take nothing from D Wade. I'm just telling you, if D Wade is giving his city up to let somebody else take the realm, he's giving it to him.
Okay, the same way Kyle Lowry did Kawhi. That's what I'm saying.
Kyle Lowry never had Canada. He never did nothing in Canada.
They love Kyle Lowry.
I'm not. Listen, you loving them and you bringing somebody the first chip ever to a franchise is totally different. Kyle Lowry is a great all-star. He's a great role player.
He's a little bit better than role.
Kawhi Leonard is that nigga. You cannot say
LeBron not.
Kawhi Leonard bust LeBron ass, man.
Kawhi is one of them ones for sure.
No, he is.
He's one of them ones. He's not LeBron James. He's not LeBron James. I guarantee you this. If Kawhi Leonard was in the 90s and you gave him some help, I don't know if Jordan would be 6-0.
Nah, Kawhi, listen. Don't do that, man.
Kawhi Leonard one of them ones.
Listen, you say Wade, you say Kawhi, they are them, but listen. Yo, Michael Jordan, I don't think y'all understand how different Michael Jordan was, man.
6-0 in the finals is crazy for sure. Who is he playing against?
See, you keep with these damn numbers, bro. I'm talking about a man that was so driven. Like, he said he wouldn't even name his son Michael Jordan. He said, because there will never be another Michael Jordan.
100%.
Like, bro, this dude, he's a killer.
So because he has more of a sense of confidence, he's a better basketball player?
He's a killer. LeBron James is a nice guy.
Yeah, he's nicer than him. Does that make him better?
Yo, it's a documentary on Netflix, yo, and about Shaq rebuilding Reebok. Did y'all see it? Nah. Yo, y'all gotta watch it. And he's talking to his son about making it to the NBA, right? And he's telling his son, he don't want his son to play basketball. And why do you think he's saying he don't want his son to play basketball?
I guess following his shoes.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay, what?
He don't want his son, because he was saying to be as dominant, to be a great player, you have to sacrifice. So that means you can't be a great father. You can't be you can't be there and things like. Not saying he's not a great father. Shaq is a great father. Yeah, and that's what he says. He says, you know how many birthdays I miss? You know how many like that? LeBron ain't that type of player, bro, to be like LeBron is a great father. He's a great man, great businessman and all that shit. But Jordan is a monster, bro.
So because Jordan's crazier and he
not crazier, I just mean dedicated to being dominant. He wants like if somebody bumped Jordan the last game of the season,
personal, we know.
he will come back the next year and make that dude remember and give him 60.
Okay. Because he takes it personal, all of a sudden he's better at basketball.
Listen, man, I can't do this. All right, listen, man. We gonna get into Who Got Next, right? This is Who Got Next, the podcast. Yes. We're gonna get into this generational gap, dealing with these young what are these statisticians, these number guys, these Euro steps, these out of 10 players in the NBA, out of the best 10 players in the NBA, 6 of them is European players. Like these dudes let these European Shea Gilchrist and all these guys come in and do all this stuff. But we're going to get into this stuff. We're going to get into the Eastern Conference and what we seen happen with the Knicks and the Pacers and Thibodeau getting fired. And we're going to see how we feel about that. I'm going to give Miles the mic, see how he felt about that Knicks and Pacers series, because I know how I felt.
So we starting Eastern Conference?
Let's go to the Eastern Conference.
All right, so first and foremost, for all you guys out there, like Mike, like my homeboy Devin, shout out Devin, Tyrese Halliburton is a 1 on a championship team. Some people disagree with that.
He's a what?
He's a 1 on a championship team. He's a 1 on a championship level team.
Watching it.
We're watching it unfold right in front of our eyes.
I'll let you go. Go ahead.
And I think that New York has a very good top-heavy team. You got Cat, you got Brunson. But you know the issue everybody knows. They didn't play their bench. Indiana and them, led by Halliburton, they got 2-1 in the finals for a reason. That's all I got to say.
They up 2-1.
That's what I just said.
Whatever. Anyways, man. How I felt about the Knicks. I felt the Knicks got robbed. Man. No, listen. All right, I'm gonna explain the bench in a little bit, right? First off, the officiating sucks.
Oh
I'm New York born to my heart, to my soul. Everything about me is gonna bleed New York. We gonna represent New York all day, every day in here. I know I'm in Georgia. I don't give a damn. I'm a New Yorker. But we got robbed, right? And these calls were horrific. These refs, did y'all watch the Donahue documentary years ago? Watch that again. I'm telling you, it's happening again. What?
Before our time,
Here go Stephon Urkel again. This is what I'm saying. But anyway, right? The Knicks, right? I felt like them firing Tibbs was justified. Like you said, they have a top-heavy team, right? And I understand Tibbs got them there. People saying the bench. I don't think it was the bench. I think the coaching, the Knicks got out-coached. 100%. I think the team that they have is a championship team now. I don't think they need to make no rash decisions. I don't want no Giannis. I don't want no Kevin Durant. I don't want none of that, man. I don't want none of them dudes, right? And I just think that the Knicks didn't go back at him. I think Cat at the top of the key with this point forward crap, whatever he's doing, Cat need to get in the paint. And it was his game, because when he was in that paint, they couldn't handle him. When Jalen Brunson went down and they used Cat, they could not handle Cat. I don't care what nobody say.
But it wasn't so much a post-up game. He was going downhill, but it wasn't like a give me the ball on the block. It's I'm on a perimeter, you can't stay in front of me, I'm going to get to the basket.
He has some. You're right. That was the game, and it was the game plan, which was a bad game plan. But he still has some slow moves where it felt like, those slow 2 steps, and then he muscled them over and put it over. So it's sort of like some in the paint shit. It ain't no really. But he got post moves though, and I don't think Miles Turner could have dealt with him. I don't think he could have. And another thing, I don't think they used their team correctly. If you put Jalen Brunson and Cat in a pick and roll with Cat running downhill, I think that creates matchup problems. I think if you bring help, now you got two of the best slashers in the league. Really three, if you really look at it. You got OG, you got Hart, and you got Mikal. All three slashers, they cut. I feel like if you get Denver's coach,
Mike Malone,
the same exact thing, because Jalen Brunson is he's better than Jamal Murray. And I think Cat is better too than I think he is.
Than Jokic?
I do.
You think Cat is better than Jokic?
I think Cat is way more dangerous.
Than Jokic.
If you put him in that same set that he's in Denver with that pick and roll, all right, Jokic could pass better.
He can do everything.
No, all right, you saying going to the rack. Who's faster? I'm just saying who's faster.
Cat.
Okay, now you say who got a better jumper, long range jumper.
Depends on what you mean by that.
I'm saying
Cat don't shoot more threes.
Listen, you giving me you running around. Answer the question. If it's a pick and roll and the big man pops out to over the 3-point line, who would you rather have there, Cat or Joker?
I'll fuck with you on Cat.
Cat, right? So now if you around the rim, Jokic,
yes,
bro, the nigga will trip over a quarter. What are you talking about?
That's not how that works. Yeah, it's Jokic.
Bro, you saying he has a touch?
Yes.
Bro, I understand. I understand that, but I'm saying around the rim, I'm taking Cat. He's way more athletic.
That doesn't mean he's a better finisher. Not at all.
Bro, he's not put in the same system that Joker is put in. Cat has never been.
Because it's not his game.
That is his game.
It's not.
Bro, it's no better.
Listen, you're talking about the system, right? Denver's system is to play through Jokic. That's why he averages triple doubles. If Cat was the focal point of any offense, I promise he's not averaging a triple double. I promise you he's not.
If Cat had those type of players that
averaging a triple double.
Listen, because he don't. Cat is. I just said Joker's a better passer.
He's a better player.
If you saying he's a better player because all right, cool. He could be a better player.
Okay, that's all I said.
Cat is a more dangerous player.
He's a more dangerous scorer.
Okay. I'll take no.
Player.
See, see the way you. So I didn't go word semantics when you did. I said yeah, and then where the head go mine is either yes or no.
Yes, he is a more dangerous scorer.
That's it. That's all I. A more dangerous player.
Scorer.
You have to give Cat way more. Cat on all three levels. He need mass attention.
Yes, from scoring the basketball.
It doesn't matter.
Jokic's catch at the free throw line. He'll look off. Boom. Aaron Gordon lob. Oh, over the top. Michael Gordon Jr.
But Joker has to pass because he can't do the things that Cat can do.
He averages more points than him, right?
I understand that he's in a better system.
He's a better player.
But he's in a better system.
But he's a better player. You know that coach got fired, right? Midway through the season. You know who dropped 40?
Not midway through the season.
You're right towards the end, and you know who.
At the end, 3 games before.
Yeah, so they go no coach in the first round of the playoffs. You know who dropped 42 and 22? Jokic. It's not about a coach, not about a system. That's Jokic.
It goes fucking Urkel with these numbers again. See what I'm saying?
42 and 22. Hello.
Oh my God.
Let me know when Cat drops 42 and 22 in the playoffs, and then we can talk.
If he's Cat, he never had the team that Joker had. He never had nobody on his team that bought into a system. I'm a Knicks fan. I love the Knicks, right? That's Brunson's system.
All right, question.
Any player that played for Tibbs said Tibbs don't coach.
Okay, question. Do you think there's a world where Denver will ever trade Jokic?
Yeah. Nigga, everybody could get traded.
Cat did get traded, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you trade Jokic,
But Cat getting traded got both of these teams to the conference finals.
Yeah,
but hold on. Jokic. But he just said it like Cat was a throw-in player.
Nah, he's nice.
Like Cat went to a team. No, Cat was a piece that the Knicks needed
to get to the conference finals.
Exactly.
Jokic is a team that a piece that should be to win a championship.
No, you put Jokic on the wrong team, they're gonna fucking suck.
He is the team.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Jokic make those passes outside, but you need shooters. You need marksmen. You need cutters. You know, you like. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Not having Caldwell Pope hurt them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be saying this Joker shit like he's the best thing since sliced bread. He still trips over 2 quarters stacked together.
Yeah, even though he can't jump onto a curb, he still won 3 MVPs in the Finals MVP.
That's because
because of how good he is.
No, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Right? The problem is Cat and Joel Embiid, this nigga here. These two, right, they're big men. And I hate that the game is going to this small ball crap, right? My answer to this, going back to the Knicks, right? Playing against the Pacers, right? Instead of the Knicks worrying about their lineups and doing all this stuff, pound the fucking ball down their throat, man. Siakam had no answers for them dudes in the paint. We ain't had no answers for Siakam either. So I know you're gonna come back with that shit. We ain't had no answers for him. When he wanted to score, he scored. Just like OG, when OG around that rim, when he got mad, he was busting Siakam ass. Cat around that rim, Miles Turner could not do shit with him. And then don't talk about no Mitchell Robinson. When Mitchell Robinson came in the game, bro, he was smoking them.
That's what I was saying, though, that y'all should have adjusted to putting him in earlier. It took out a game.
It's not even about putting him in earlier. There's no pick and roll system. If Mitch is jumping clean over everybody, why are you not putting him in a pick and roll? You got to choose. You got the best fucking scorer in the NBA. Shout out to Brunson, Jalen Brunson.
He's not a better scorer than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He definitely is. You better look up the numbers.
What numbers?
Look up.
He's a better clutch scorer.
Oh, okay.
Clutch scorer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
clutch scorer.
Okay. All right. Now hold on. Let me ask you another question, man. Let's get into something real quick. Okay. I know we're supposed to talk about the West real quick, but I gotta ask you a question, right? Let's get into your man, the great American white hope, Cooper Flagg. Now hold on. We had something that me, you, and Bryce spoke about, right? Okay. But y'all don't know I spoke about something before with some of the cats in the barbershop. Shout out to Amazing Cuts. Kennesaw, Georgia. Come see Mike, right? But we spoke about the NBA draft, right? But before I got to the draft, I spoke about Dallas trading Luka, right? When I saw Dallas trading Luka, I automatically knew, because I know the NBA is rigged. This is like WWE wrestling. I already knew right then and there. I said, yo, watch Dallas get the number 1 pick. It's no way in hell you're going to give away a generational talent like that and you're not going to get something back. They were 1 game away from making the playoffs, and they get the number 1 pick. That's some bullshit, right?
It happens.
So let me tell you.
Chicago, LeBron to Cleveland.
Nah, we ain't going to talk about LeBron right now. You know how I feel about that. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
How the trend goes is the draft.
Yeah, but every time you say LeBron name, man, it just strikes a nerve with me, right? So
The greatest people on the planet get haters. If you don't have haters, you're not doing something.
it's not about haters, man. I hate the state of the game. I hate where he took the game to. I hate it. When I see little kids flopping, when I see 5th graders flopping, 6th graders, you know what I'm saying, jumping and stomping on the court, I think about LeBron James. But look, let me get this off, man. So come on, hit the bomb, man. This dude, let me get my shit off, man. You know what I'm saying? These fucking 2000 babies, man. So Cooper Flagg, right? I saw the draft. I mean, the lottery and all that. I knew that Dallas was going to get the number 1 pick, right? I should have bet money on it. And Dallas got the number 1 pick. So I'm saying Dallas right now, in the state of Dallas where they at, they don't need Cooper Flagg, right? They really don't. And I'm telling you right now, you got Kyrie, he's in his 30s. Clay in his 30s, right? You got Anthony Davis, he's in his 30s. I think right now, man, you trade that pick and you get Giannis. Right now, I'm telling you right now, Dallas is going to the Western Conference Finals.
Potentially.
Listen,
I'm not gonna say no.
listen, and that's without Cooper Flagg.
They got a shot.
A shot. They're going to the Western Conference Finals.
The reason I'm saying that is not to discredit Dallas. It's just how deep the West is. I'm not gonna write in any team.
Listen, if they're healthy, a shot. Never mind. We're gonna get into that later. I don't know who the fuck you see stopping them. I don't see nobody.
I'm not saying that they're not.
Kyrie at the end of the game, Ant-Man is that dude, right? But Shai Gilgeous, right? Them niggas ain't doing that with no Kyrie. You not go. Listen, Ant-Man went gun for gun with LeBron. LeBron ain't want no smoke, right? He ain't want no smoke. Just like Ant and Shai going bar for bar, I feel like Shai outsmarted Ant or they out hustled them. They kind of confused them a little bit. You're not doing that with Kyrie Irving. And that's just Kyrie Irving. That's not talking about Klay Thompson. That's not talking about Anthony Davis.
I'm not arguing against any of that. I'm just saying it's not a write-in that they're guaranteed to beat a team like the Thunder or the Nuggets or the Wolves to get there. They'll be in a contention for sure. They'll definitely be a playoff team.
Ain't no damn contention. They gonna be there, man. So what do you see Dallas doing with Cooper Flagg?
You know, I think it's interesting, and it kind of showcases the generational difference because because Cooper Flagg is that 18-year-old kid that's supposed to be the next great thing. And I'm saying buy into it. And this old head right here is saying, no, go for the 30-year-old. Trade for Giannis. And Giannis is great. He's a Hall of Famer. But you don't trade away your future. You don't trade Luka and have the opportunity to get the next big thing in Cooper Flagg and trade that too.
Yo, you remember who last year's number one great hope was? Number one pick?
He wasn't Cooper.
No, who is it though?
Exactly what we saw Shea. If I had that pick, I would trade it, but that's not Cooper Flagg, is what I'm saying. Now all right. Are the same.
So who was the last generational talent that was drafted? Wemby. I can't really say nothing about Wemby.
And that's what I'm getting at.
No. I'm not saying
he's Cooper Flagg is Wemby. I'm saying when you have that generational type of talent.
I wasn't saying it because of that. I'm saying don't say Wemby is him yet because he ain't.
Oh no, but he's not the type of dude you would want to trade. Hell no, you invest in that, and that's what I'm saying. You do with Cooper Flagg.
Why you wouldn't trade Wemby?
For what?
You wouldn't. Let me ask you a question. If you was San Antonio, right, and let's say you ain't have De'Aaron Fox. Let's say you had let's say you had Steph Curry, right? Let's say you had Steph Curry.
Is he serious?
No, listen to what I'm saying. If you had Steph Curry, right, and you got the number one pick with Wemby, would you take Wemby or would you trade it for Joker?
Keep Wemby.
Wemby and Steph together?
I'm asking you a question.
Yes, keep Wemby.
Okay.
You're gonna give up a 7'6" dude who can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. When you have that sort of generational talent, like I said, you want to talk about last year's class, Zachary Sarche? Cool, I hear you. Wemby, Zion, Cooper Flagg.
But look, look, don't say Zion. Don't say Zion.
I'm saying coming out of college.
I don't say that because I'm saying that we don't know what these dudes are gonna. Just like Wemby, I don't know what Wemby is gonna be.
Right,
he played 30. He played 30 foot. No, we know what Zion's gonna be. Zion is one hamburger away from.
Yeah, he can't stay on the court, but he's a hooper.
Of course, Zion is a hooper. I'm not saying he's not a hooper. Zion will bust my ass. He'll bust everybody. I understand that. But I'm talking about building a franchise around him. The kid is young, immature. So if I had a chance to trade Zion at that number one pick for Giannis.
In 2018, you would have got fired. You would have gotten fired.
I would have had 4 championships by now.
You would have gotten, it wouldn't be your championship if you got fired.
Why?
Because you don't trade a Zion, a Wemby, a Cooper Flagg, a LeBron, a Michael, whatever you want to say. When there's that type of prospect, you don't trade them, you pick them.
But it's teams that do.
Who?
I would have.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You said it's teams that would. Who traded a generational number one pick? Number one. There's people that hit like Kobe and things like that.
Yeah, but they wasn't number ones, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Who do they trade?
No, see, to me, number ones is like the most hype. And number ones is those are there's great chances of being a bust, man.
For sure, but I'm saying
it's a lot. Like just imagine if Cleveland would have traded Anthony Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine. Like look at the number one picks. Cleveland had 4 number one picks, right?
Yeah, you got Kyrie, Bron, Anthony Biggie.
No, nigga. I'm talking about when Braun left.
Yeah, you had
they had Kyrie, Anthony Bennett,
and
Wiggins.
It was 3.
No, it wasn't. It was 4. All right, but all right, 3 number ones, but then they had another high pick.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so just imagine Wiggins ain't shit.
Well, they traded him for Kevin Love, yeah.
But that was after
LeBron came back. Right?
Yeah, but I'm saying just imagine if they would have got a player because Wiggins, his stats and his numbers and all of that shit look good. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at Ben Simmons. Right. He looked like a freak of nature. All of this stuff, you don't know these players' mindset. Are they dogs? Are they they're nice players? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we like?
We're speaking right now in hindsight.
Giannis is a lock, bro.
We're speaking in hindsight.
Giannis is a lock.
100%.
What you're gonna get a freak athlete? I don't like Giannis, but I'm saying if you put Giannis reminds me of LeBron. I don't give all of them niggas is Scottie Pippen on steroids, bro. Good supporting role players that block shit.
They're good supporting role players?
Name me one thing Giannis do good.
Drop a double-double every night on 60%.
Here you go with these numbers.
That's what he does good.
This is what I'm saying. Giannis is right in front of you right now. You got the tape on Giannis. You got to guard Giannis.
Okay, let me prove my point. You're right. Giannis is in front of me right now. Everybody in the world knows he cannot shoot. Try and keep him out the paint. Yet and still he drops 30 every
Giannis can't shoot. Giannis can't dribble.
And he still drops 30.
What you mean? Because the NBA wants to build him up to be this player.
He's Giannis.
No, that's bullshit. If you get in front of Giannis and you stop him, they call a foul, right?
Because they foul.
They don't foul him, bro.
I see stuff about that all the time.
They don't foul him.
It's just narrative that Giannis doesn't get fouled. When you actually look at the footage, they foul the shit out of Giannis.
Bro, this is why I hate watching the NBA. This is why I can't stand y'all young motherfuckers, right? Because y'all keep trying to compare the old and the new. This is the difference, right? When you look at Sean Kemp, when you look at Sean Kemp highlights, right? And we're gonna compare that. Who we comparing Sean Kemp to?
Aaron Gordon.
No.
You said was it Zion?
Yeah, 2 episodes from now, we're gonna get that. When you look at Sean Kemp, you look at his highlights, you see body-to-body dunks, him taking people with him in the air. Like now you see these so-called freak of natures where people just get out their way and watch them. You can't even jump in front of somebody. But y'all comparing them to what? You letting dudes just walk right in and get a dunk. Like, oh my God, he's so good. He's so this, he's so that. Like, bro, like you can't even play defense now. You might as well just put him in the game and put him on the bench and put his 30 points up on the board. That's what you might as well do.
Don't do that for Giannis because he's gonna drop 30. You right.
But you can't touch him.
They foul the shit out of him because they can't guard him.
All right, Giannis is, to me, I'm telling you this. We're going to sum this up. I think that Cooper Flagg, mark my words, Cooper Flagg is ending up in Milwaukee. I think.
How much should I put on that? That he gets drafted. I'm not even going to say Milwaukee that they don't trade him. Any team. I only win if he stays in Dallas. You win if he gets traded anywhere else.
We're going to see about that. We're going to play one-on-one for that shit. Fuck that.
No.
That's what we're going to do. I'm going to bust his ass, y'all. I'm going to bust his young ass. That's what we're going to get into. So let's take this shit. All right, so we think that with Cooper Flagg. I think Kevin Durant is going to Texas, one of them Texas teams. I think Giannis is going to end his ass up in Texas too, right? So let's get into the Western Conference.
You go first on this one. I've been hitting first on most of them.
Damn. So, all right, the Western Conference. I had a lot invested in it because I think Ant-Man is the nigga, right? But Ant-Man did me wrong, man. I don't think Ant-Man was prepared for them. I think they did a good job at confusing the young boy. And my man Julius Randle, man. I think Julius Randle is one of the best players in the NBA, man. No, it ain't just the Knicks, man. When you break down Julius Randle,
he's going left. That's the breakdown.
Fuck.
Send him right. He's going left.
Fuck.
He's going left.
I forgot he played ball. All right, you're right. But
left.
anyway, look, let me tell you this. If you
He tried to take advantage of me, I forgot he played ball. Yeah.
no, because look, he's right about that. He's right. But Melo, my favorite player. And the closest thing to Melo to me right now in this modern day
is Julius Randle?
No, listen to what I'm about to say. Minus the spin move, bro.
No. Finish your statement. The closest thing to Melo is what? I'm gonna be quiet.
To me, I mean, somebody at that position. If Julius Randle was more mentally into the game, I feel like you cannot stop Julius Randle from getting to where he wants to get to.
Because he wants to go left.
No, it's not that though. I just mean somebody that's fast, agile,
strong,
and the strength that he got. You don't have dudes in the NBA with that type of strength no more at that position.
He has a good game for sure.
So, all right, but that's what I mean about Melo. Like if when Melo wanted to get to a spot, he's getting to that spot.
You can't force Melo to go left or right. He's gonna get where he wants.
Only reason Julius Randle does that is not because it's not because he can't go right. It's because he likes to spin left. He likes to. The shit works until it doesn't.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. If everybody in the league, me and you know, send him right. He wants to go left. If he really had that in his back, he'd be like, all right, send me right then. I'm gonna get buckets. Yeah, and still, like you just said, he's still gonna spin left because it's not in his back.
No, don't say that though, because Julius Randle will bust your ass, man. Like he will. No, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying somebody in front of him, and Julius Randle will bust a nigga ass.
He's very powerful. He's hard to stay in front.
No, he that nigga. Julius that nigga. No freaky. He that nigga. I had to say no freaky because I'm saying it like that. I don't want nobody trying to chop that up and do no bullshit with it.
He's good.
No, don't say that.
He's good.
Listen,
he can't go right.
If Julius Randle, he already works out with Melo, but not saying like Melo's like the person that whatever, that's my guy. But if Julius Randle and Ant-Man could get on this like a mature mental, like y'all niggas can't fuck with me, If Ant-Man play that spot basketball shit, like that you see, I could get to a spot and I could pull and you can't stop me type shit, and Julius Randle gets on that shit, they will be unstoppable.
I can understand that, and I think that Minnesota as a whole, even outside of just Ant and Julius, needs to develop. I think that was the biggest problem is Oklahoma City knew if we take Ant out this game, nobody else on this team is beating us. And that's exactly what happened.
No, fuck that too. Don't do that. Now, the referee bullshit, right? Look, I'm telling you, man, I don't care what the fuck nobody says, man. Yo, I got footage, and I swear, Instagram, y'all know, yo, they called they called 5 fouls on the Knicks in 30 seconds.
Yes,
they did the same bullshit to Minnesota, man. They was calling some bullshit foul. I think Shai Gilgeous is a great player, but I hate the motherfucker, right? Because you can't touch him. This motherfucker shoots, what, 8, 10 free throws a game?
8.3, yeah.
Whatever. I remember it's only 8. I thought it was 14. But
He's saying stuff, bro.
Only reason I
push narratives, bro. Tell me he's a hater. I can see what happened in the 90s. He just be making stuff up to push his narrative, bro.
No, it ain't no making
Don't
nothing.
nobody shoot 14 free throws a game. Like, what are we talking about?
It may look like that shit sometimes with Shai.
He has games.
Every
with 14,
time you touch him, bro, it's a foul. I don't even
stop touching him.
Listen, if I wasn't a sports junkie the way I am, honestly, bro, it's getting to the point where I don't even want to watch that nigga play, yo. I don't, bro. I don't feel like.
Okay, don't tap in and watch somebody drop 30 a night. You're the one missing out.
But it's a soft 30.
30 is 30, bro.
No, it's not. See, this is what I'm saying again. When D Rose put 30 on you, that shit was 30. Dirty 30.
Yeah, exactly.
When AI put that 30 on you, it was a dirty 30.
You know the difference? You're right. They do have a different type of 30. But neither one of them average 30 a night. Shai dropping 30 on the dot is a low average game for him.
All right, so look up how many free throws Derrick Rose shot.
Okay, look this.
So now if Derrick Rose had Shai Gilgeous free throws,
okay,
he'll average 35.
I looked that up and you look this up. How many times per game does Shai drive to the basket? He leads the league and drives to the basket. So does it not logically make sense that the person that's going to the basket the most is getting to the line the most?
No, fuck you mean?
So who's gonna get the Steph Curry?
Bro, it be dudes jumping straight up. They still call a foul.
He gets to the basket more than anyone else in the league. Anyone. So logically, that person is gonna get more free throws because they're attacking. The
Logically, my ass, they just be calling some bullshit fouls, man.
Yeah, Rose shot 7 free throws in his MVP year.
Come on now, 7 and 8.3.
And his MVP year.
Yes, this is Shai's MVP.
How many points he averaged?
25 and 32. Come on now.
That was a different game, though.
But now it's a different game.
But yeah, low key, so he's getting less possessions and he's shooting just as many.
I'm telling you, that was a different game.
That's not helping your argument.
Yeah.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. You're saying it's a different. Listen, this is what he's saying. You're saying it's a different game that was slower.
Yeah.
And he averaged 1 free throw less. In a slower game, he got less possessions.
He averaged less points. The teams are scoring less points.
But okay, so
You're talking about free throws. You're talking about how when Shai gets to the basket, he gets fouled. Right. D Rose played in a slower game and averaged 1 less free throw.
They're playing in the fast-paced Western Conference type joint.
That's
Back
PowerPoints.
then it was Steve Nash type
He
shit.
didn't play in the West, bro. He played in the East.
Who?
Derrick Rose.
No, I'm saying the teams that every team in the NBA has to play like Phoenix used to play back then. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And those teams in today's league will be some of the slowest.
120, 130. That's like All-Star game shit.
That's today's league, not that one.
But back then, that's what All-Star teams used to score, 120.
Oh, right.
That's a regular team scoring that now.
Exactly.
You can, now look.
Yeah, still average 7 free throws.
Now look. This is the crazy thing, right? When you look at the numbers, right? You look at, just say the Knicks in Detroit, right? When the refs stopped calling them calls, right, and let them play, because Detroit wanted to play physical with the Knicks,
For sure.
right? And they got what they wanted. It was a physical game. They scored 90 points.
Yeah,
98 points, 102. So when Brunson is giving you 40, 35, 36, his 36 is different than Shai Gilgeous, and the score was 130 to 122. That's all I'm saying. It's a different game. It's a different grind.
I'm not conceding. I'm not arguing against the fact that
Nigga scoring 1/3 of his team points. You're not scoring 1/3 of 140 or 1/3 of 130.
Does anybody else on the team drop 30?
Jay,
what?
listen, this is what we're essentially saying.
What you mean where? See what I'm saying?
Bryce was talking to you.
You already putting Bryce on your side.
He was talking to. All right, okay, forget about Bryce. He says anybody else dropping 30, right?
Hit the button, man.
No.
Who got next?
Look, bro.
Your time is up, man. It's time for the finals, man. It's time for the finals. I can hear it. It's time for the finals, man. Let's get into the finals, man. We got the bum ass Indiana Pacers. They beat the Knicks to make it to the finals.
Yeah, they're bummy, but they're up 2-1.
And then we got the cheating ass European Shea Gilchrist Thunder.
He's North American, guys.
They made it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to see Indiana win. I hate them motherfuckers, but I want to see them win just because I can't stand Shea Gilchrist's game, man. I can't.
Clear, he's not European. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Who, Shea Gilchrist?
North American, bro.
He's from Canada. They ain't America. Who cares? He's foreign. Not European, whatever, foreign. Now he's playing word semantics. This is what I'm saying. All right, he's not European, but he ain't from here. Okay.
No, I just want to be. I want you to mislead the people. He's not from here. He's not from here. He's from North America. The country right above America? Yeah, that's where he's from. He's from North America.
Foreigner. How about
Yeah,
that?
for sure. I just don't want you misleading the people. He's Canadian, guys.
Yo, Bryce, what was his GPA?
3.9. He's Canadian. Canada. We're drinking them.
This nigga had a 3.9 with his fucking Stephon Urkel glasses. He's right. I ain't gonna lie. He's right, bro. It's not European. The nigga's from the 6. I don't know what 6. From Drake pacifier wearing, pom poms in his hair, big puffy glasses.
We're not about to get into Drake right now.
Yeah, Drake is the. You know what? Because that is the. I love. Well, I ain't never been to Canada. I got felonies. I ain't never gonna go to Canada. But yeah, I can't get with this soft shit, man.
We're not talking about Drake right now. We're talking about the finals.
Yeah, that's later. We're gonna get on Drake ass too.
Not we.
He need to stay off the court.
I will never get on Drake.
Don't.
Drake will probably beat you 1-on-1.
And what?
Basketball?
That nigga, only thing he could beat me 1-on-1 in is rapping.
I mean, that too, obviously.
Yeah, but anything else, Drake, I will bust your fucking ass. All right?
Let's set it up.
Let's get into that. Drake, you want some smoke? I got some smoke. I can't go to Canada. I know you scared to come to the U.S. now because of Kendrick, but after this summer, the song gonna die down, and you could come get your ass bust, all right? Don't have no pom-poms and all that bullshit in your hair either. But go ahead.
With the finals. So,
let's go.
Like I said earlier, I kind of teased at it. We're watching Tyrese Halliburton be a 1 on a championship contending team.
A 1? What do you mean?
The first option?
No.
Yes.
No. I thought you meant 1 for the point guard.
Oh,
No.
No, I mean like the leader, the primary option. Not leading scorer, the primary option, for example.
You know why that happened, right? Your shit is allergic to the bullshit he's saying right now. His shit just fell just now. That's because of you with this bullshit.
All right, I'm going to throw this at you. I know you don't like numbers, but we're going to say this and I'll give you a chance to respond. Yesterday we talked about how Hallie, you were saying that Siakam's the most effective player on that team. He's the most consistent scorer.
How you gonna take my shit? You ain't even let me get to my shit. He just took my shit.
I'm throwing something at you.
All right,
in regards
go ahead.
to that. You're saying Siakam's the biggest threat on that team, right? And I can see he's the most consistent scorer. Saw a stat last night. You were saying that Siakam.
Here you go, his stats. But go ahead.
I'm gonna throw it at you. You said Siakam. If you stop Siakam, you're gonna win the game. Like he's only got to stop, right? Look,
I didn't say that.
you were saying he's the one that makes them go, right?
No, I said that if that team is struggling, I said Siakam is the go-to guy.
And what I said was that they are at their best when Hallie is playing his best. Not Siakam, Hallie.
Hallie feeds off of them.
No. See, that's where you got it messed up. They feed off of Hallie. And this is the style I'm going to
No.
throw it to you, and I'll let you respond. Halliburton this year, postseason, regular season included, has 21 games with 20 points and 10 assists.
See, this
Just listen to me. There's 21 nights where he dropped 20 and 10.
See.
There's 21. In those 21 games, their record is 20 wins and 1 loss. Because when he gets going, they feed off of him, not the other way.
that stat don't say that though. That stat just not necessarily say that
Okay,
though.
so I want you
This is
to-
what I
so
mean
what's your
about numbers
interpretation of
live.
that? What's your interpretation of that? If somebody played 21 games and their team won 20 of those 21, what does that number say to you?
Now look, now you play basketball, right?
Yes.
I play ball, right? So now, how many games this year? I don't know the stats, but how many games this year you seen Halliburton struggling, right?
Quite a few.
Where he'll have bad games. And then what do you see? You see Naismith pick it up, right? And he won't have a big game. But let's say Naismith has a big quarter where he'll have 10, 12 points in a quarter, right? It's not keep him afloat. It's the stretch to defense, right? It's just like Neymar, whatever his name is, that little short light-skinned dude, Neymar, whatever. That little motherfucker, him and Pascal, that's who beat the Knicks, right? Now, bro, listen to what I'm about to say. Yo, one of them, no, fuck, they would have, bro, they came back off of Naismith hit 6 threes.
Okay, watch this. How many did Naismith have that night? Do you know?
Bro, he had 6 threes.
Do you know how many points he had?
I could care less. Look. See, this is what I'm telling you. See, we getting into the stats. He's talking about stats, right? This is what he's doing. Why he's doing that shit? You know what I'm saying? Yo, we talking about stats, right? I don't know what that dude had. Right, listen, but I'm telling you, to get them through that fourth quarter when they was down 20, when that dude came off them screens and hit 6 threes.
Yeah, you know who hit the game winner?
Hold on. But what was he doing?
Right.
See, look, he would have never even been in that game if it wasn't for them dudes.
Okay, I got you. I'm sorry, this is a different debate. I got you. He would have never been in that game if it wasn't for them dudes, right? So Ray Allen had to hit that 3 if it wasn't for LeBron?
But we're not saying.
Oh, no,
see,
yes or no question.
See, but look.
It's a yes or no question.
No, he wouldn't have. Okay. But we're not saying. I'm arguing opposite of that. I'm telling you, LeBron James is that dude. He shouldn't be looking for somebody else. I'm telling you, Halliburton, if he's that dude, he shouldn't be looking for these dudes. Okay. And what I'm saying is the only reason he's able to be not Holly Berry. These niggas is calling him Holly. That's wild freaky. But anyway, right? Only way he's able to do that is because the defense is stretched out. Right, look, you ain't let me finish. Go ahead. Neymar just hit a couple of buckets, right? That white, whatever, I don't know how to say his name. I'm not from Angola, wherever he's from. I don't know. But the white dude, Conley, whatever his name is, McCullough, he comes in. He tears it up. He gets buckets, right? Okay. Then, what's the Naismith? He'll kill it real quick. Siakam will go off. Right. So now, as a defender, if I can't cheat, if I'm guarding Miles, I can't cheat off on you if Miles just hit a couple of buckets. I can't. But see, and that's what I'm saying. The difference wasn't that the whole world knew Jalen Brunson had to get off, and he got off. Right now, what I'm saying is this dude Halliburton. You can't take nothing from him. He's a baller. But don't say he's the one. All right, so because he's not the one. Because Pascal Siakam. Did I say that correctly? Siakam. What? Siakam. Y'all niggas gotta go, man.
No,
you asked me if you said it correctly. I wasn't gonna say nothing you asked.
These tofu eating motherfuckers, man. Listen, he saved the day.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this at you. You said.
Don't give me no more damn stats, bro.
Might as well go ahead and walk out.
Oh my God.
You said Neesmith is the reason they won that game. For sure, he carried them in the fourth quarter. It was huge.
Yes.
He dropped 30 that night. Huge. Holly had 31.
But see this. See, look. This is the numbers again, right? You saying Holly had 31, right?
Because you said they don't win that game without
Now let's look up big time buckets.
What are we talking?
Right?
Holly has the best playoff run I've ever seen.
Look, hold on. See, now they jump to conclusions, right? I'm not just saying in the last minute, the last 2 minutes.
He's 12 or 13 in clutch.
No, I'm not saying clutch. Okay, I'm talking about in the fourth quarter when you was down. Let's look up in the fourth quarter, the last 10 minutes. Let's see who scored what. Let's see what Halliburton had and what this dude had.
So
Neesmith.
You think the dude that has had 4 buzzer beaters in one playoff and is 12 or 13 in the clutch for go-ahead game-time buckets doesn't lead his team in fourth quarter points? You're stupid.
Not that game.
That's not what I just said.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's talk about them numbers.
Said, let's look at the fourth quarter of their games.
No. I said of that game.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, that's all I said.
Okay.
That's big-time buckets. That's what got him back in the game.
And LeBron gave Miami big-time buckets for Allen hit the 3. Same shit.
No, he didn't, man.
How's it different?
I don't want
Explain to me how it's different.
Bro, why you keep going back to LeBron
Because
James,
you're
man?
contradicting yourself. How is it different?
No, because I'm telling you, he's not the one.
You said Hallie's not.
You telling me LeBron is the one.
Yeah.
If LeBron is the one, why are you looking for help?
Okay, look, this is how that's not what happened.
Yo, what did Stephen A. Smith say? You passing the ball to Mario Chalmers in the corner? He said Mario Chalmers shouldn't even have arms in that game, man.
He didn't look for it. He took the three and missed it. You should see that hit it.
Yo, J.R. Smith just said that on Mellow Podcast. Nobody ever blames LeBron. I'm blaming LeBron, man. I'm blaming J.R. I got you, man. I got you. LeBron ain't shit. He ain't supposed to be looking to pass that ball. Shoot the ball, LeBron. LeBron. Shoot the ball.
All I'm going to say to the J.R. Smiths of the world, people that feel that way, just know good and well. You, J.R. Smith, you have 0 championships if it's not for LeBron James. You better watch your mouth.
Don't do that, man. Don't do my man JR like that.
0.
JR don't condone this shit, man. I don't condone this shit. I'm with you and Melo on this one. LeBron wouldn't have had no fucking rings if he wouldn't have been hopping from team to team. Let's talk about that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about how wherever he goes, success follows.
Because the refs follow.
Yeah, hey, you gotta end it up. Hey, game four preview.
Okay, so what do we expect tomorrow? We think it's gonna be 2-2 or 3-1?
I think it's gonna be. See, I want to say 3-1. I want to say Indiana gonna put their foot on their necks. But one, Holly soft as shit. His name is Holly, right? He's soft as shit.
His family's last name is
Hold
Holly.
on, man. Hold on, man.
His name?
I ain't let nobody call me Holly, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ain't no fucking Mikeys around here. Hey, Mikey. No, ain't no fucking Mikeys.
Shout out Mikey.
Yo, fuck.
Shout out Mikey. We have a friend named Mikey.
Who?
We have a friend named Mikey.
Mikey, you a grown ass man, son.
Hey, no, why you gonna come in here? You gotta bring Mikey in.
Mikey, you a grown ass man, son. Cut the shit, man. Don't let them call you that shit no more, man. Right? Game 4 preview, right? So I want to say that, but it depends. It depends on the fouls that they call for Shea Gilchrist. Like, look, no. I'm saying this yesterday, right? You saw they wasn't calling. Yo, if you notice, every time they lose, they don't. That first game, they didn't give, like, when he went to the rack at the end, that last goal and shit. They didn't call that. Any other game, they would have called that shit.
Not true. They didn't call it against Denver either. That's how Denver won.
All right, that proves a point right there too.
Playoff basketball is a different.
But look, no, they listen. What I'm trying to tell you is pay attention, bro. When referees pick and choose when they call them calls, I feel like that dictates the game, and it does. Don't call it sometimes, and then don't call it. With the Knicks in Detroit, they did not call it. Right. They wanted Detroit to fuck the Knicks up, plain and simple. So play this the same way.
They do so far. You know, Hallie has 0 free throws in the finals, right?
That's because his soft ass don't go. Let me say that. No. Holly, I'm sorry. I'll take that back because I appreciate the way you bust that nigga the Greek Freak ass. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, his father is a fucking gangster. I love him, bro. Listen, you letting them call your son Holly. That's crazy. But anyway, the way that shit went down, because yo, you know, with LeBron and Giannis, no, for real, I'm not. Listen, go ahead. I'm not shooting.
I didn't say nothing.
I'm not shooting, but you made the fucking face, Stephon, right? Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about with Stephon. Look, but like people respect them. Like it'll be, it'll be like LeBron is like he ain't got it no more. But dudes would be scared of him. Like, yo, that's LeBron James. They won't go at him, right? Same thing with Greek Freak. Yo, this is the Greek Freak. Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna. Yo, I swear when he took that first step, I said, oh, he gonna go. When he made it to the rack, I swear to God, I was jumping up and down. I was cheering like a motherfucker because I was so happy. And then the Greek Freak, how nice his lip was like this. Then he grabbed son by the back of the head and he was rubbing his head saying some wild, freaky French, Greek shit, whatever he was saying. You know, you disrespect me this way. You know, some wild, whatever, you know, nice guy, and, you know, don't want to break him up and hold him. I don't want that nigga on the Knicks, though. But that warmed my heart, man. I was just so happy. And that shows that the tides are changing. I don't want to see this foul calling. We're gonna get you to the pinnacle of the NBA.
Foul baiting, is Jalen Brunson a foul baiter?
No. This is another episode. No. We'll get to that. Yeah.
I was just asking a question.
No, he's not. Because Jalen Brunson does not get it and flop and throw the ball up. Jalen Brunson a create it or take the contact, go through it, and score. You know what I'm saying?
You know when he hit himself in the head with
Who? I ain't hit myself in the head.
No, Jalen Brunson did. He took Neesmith's hand and hit himself in the head with it.
Why would you insert that clip?
It's cool though. That's not
Oh my God, man! I feel like a Indian surrounded by the pilgrims during Thanksgiving. Like they just, they're in here. The youth.
That's canceled, bro. Anywho, okay, look.
Yeah, cut that out. Don't cut that out. Fuck that, man.
Okay, look. Hallie is not afraid of the moment. He's shown that time after time. He wasn't afraid of the moment with Giannis. He wasn't afraid against Cleveland. Playing in Cleveland, down. He hit the step back three. In the Garden, he hit the shot. Against Oklahoma City, he hit the shot. And I think that whether or not we want to say who's the one, whether it's him or Pascal, they both know how to show up when it counts the most. That's why Toronto was able to win, because Pascal was big. So I think that Game 4, if they both have big games, like last night, Hallie had 22, 11, and 9. He has that sort of night, they're going to be hard to beat. So I think Oklahoma City has to come out, and they have to meet them. They have to match that intensity, because Hallie and Siakam and McConnell and Neesmith, they're in Indiana. They got an extra sense to, like you said, put their foot on their neck. They're playing with house money. They're underdogs.
But you can't say that, because of one thing the playoffs showed you this year is home court advantage don't really mean shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Because of that, Indiana has just a confidence like, dude, we're the underdogs. We're not supposed to be here. We was the 4 seed. Nobody picked us.
You can't say that when you up 2-1.
That's what I'm saying. The tide shifted. So because of that, all the pressure in the world, it's not on us. It's on you, Mr. MVP. Mr. 68 wins in the regular season. Mr. 32 points a game. Where you at?
But that's gonna lie in it. Listen. Just remember, I said this. We're on camera now. Remember, I said this. This is going to come down to refereeing.
To an extent.
No, it's not to an extent, because Shea, when they do not call him fouls, he's like fucking James Harden. Like, to me, like James Harden when he had his MVP year. You're gonna get to a team where it stars just like you, and they're not going to make the calls. Okay. If they just got to play basketball, I don't believe in him. I don't. But if he has the refs with him, and they're calling every little touch foul for him, then they're gonna win.
Personally, I disagree because of this. I don't think it's Shaq. I think it's the others. In these 3 games so far, he scored 39, 34, and 28. That's pretty consistent to me. And yes, sometimes he gets a whistle, sometimes he doesn't. J-Dub game 1 went 6.
What they lost by last night?
7?
Yeah,
9? Okay.
So you said he usually averaged.
He's around 30, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So,
but the last time he had 34.
That was game 2. Game 1, I think he had 39. Game 2, 34, and then 28.
So if you put 8 more points on his.
And this is what I'm getting at.
So that's what I'm telling you, it's him. It's not the others.
Right. And what I'm saying is, as Oklahoma City's help, we're looking at it and saying, oh no, Shane's supposed to drop 36, rather than, oh, maybe one of you guys can get 12.
But you're the MVP. Listen, you're asking for these dudes to do something that they're not doing, that they didn't have to do.
That's how you win championships.
Oh, but listen, you win championships by the MVP being the MVP. If your MVP numbers is 36, that's your MVP numbers. I'm just saying, if the first 3 games. The first 2 games, okay. So let's just say 36. Sure. If that's what your team, if your team need 36 for you to win, get 36.
I'm not saying that's necessarily wrong. What I'm saying is, to the Oklahoma City Thunder, it would be more useful of you guys to maybe allow him to score 30 and other people show up, like Hallie. Like you argued, Hallie doesn't always have to have the best game since others will help him. I'm saying not Hallie versus Shea. I'm saying, as a team, Indiana is more successful because the others take the pressure off of Hallie. If they are relying on him to score 36 a night.
But this is what I mean, though. They want to wear the crown. This is what comes with the crown.
Yes. The Others.
D-Wade wore the crown.
Yeah, Shea ain't
Jordan wore the crown.
He's not them.
Kobe wore the crown.
Shout out Miles. Yeah, who's the king?
He never wore
Who's
that
the
crown.
king?
He never wore that
Who's
crown.
the king? Who's the king?
Well, listen, you guys. We're gonna end this episode right now
With the king.
of Who Got Next. Miles, Mike, and Bryce, we in the building. Tune in. Next episode.
Next episode, we're gonna get things started off with Magic Johnson versus Stephen Curry. Tune in every single episode to see a generational debate. I'll show you guys what we're done with.
Y'all know who I'm riding with.
I'll show you guys.
Y'all know who I'm riding with on
I'll
that.
show you guys when we're done with the 90s. Each and every week, we're gonna knock
Play my
off,
music,
We're
man.
gonna knock off the 90s one by one.
Ain't no knocking off the
We're gonna knock off
90s,
the
man.
90s one by one.
Ain't no knocking
Until
off
the
the
2000s are on top.
Ain't no knocking off the 90s, man.
We'll see you guys next week.
They good, man.